Hey, George, this is a crazy video that you have to see. It's unimaginable, unsportsmanlike conduct on the track. This morning, a high school track star is still recovering nearly a week after being hit on the head by another runner during a race. Junior Kaylin Tucker was running the...
Welcome to Pegasus versus the World, where we take on challenges, comedy, trending topics, and some travel.
City boy! City boy!
All right, here we go, y'all. Y'all asked me early in this week to peep this out, and I just thought it was foolish. Not that you asking was foolish. I just thought there's no way this is really going on. Like someone hit someone with a baton in track and field. But here we stand. I'm seeing this stuff. And so I kind of did a little bit of a dive last night, and I said, you know what? Tomorrow morning I'm recording and dropping this. Let's get into it. Now, for y'all that not familiar with me, I'm Black Pegasus, by the way. Hi. How you doing? Anyways, when I was young, I ran track, okay? I ran the 400, but particularly well, I was really good at the 800. I ran, I think that's a half mile. I was like in that 2 minute, like ran it in like 2 minutes. Essentially, I placed in state with my relay team in the 800 relay. So I understand passing the baton, running, etc. And I've never in my life ever seen anything like this. Ever. And, you know, there's a debate, oh, she didn't do it on purpose. I ran track for years, you guys, since middle school, right? Irving Middle School or Irving Junior High is when I started running track. And I ran it all the way through high school. And I was really good until I decided to be a doofus and stop. I probably could have got a scholarship. But anyways, who cares? I went to the School of Hard Knocks instead of continuing my track career. But I actually understand this because I ran for so long. So this is kind of tripping me out. So we're going to get into it. Oh, yeah. So this girl hits another girl. We're about to watch it. They're running in a race. She's behind. Like the girl starts to pass her. Pop! Hits her in the head. So that's what we're going to be looking for. I'm going to bring it up big on the screen so you can hits her in the head with the baton, right? And they're debating whether she did it on purpose or not. We were going to find out watching this video today. Now, the other thing is the NAACP has come to support her. And I haven't heard much about supporting the girl who got hurt. And this is the problem, man, just in society in general. It also pokes its head in the black community of this. People don't take accountability for their actions. But I also get a little frustrated with people only putting that in the black community because that goes on in every community, right? Like a lot of people just don't take accountability for their actions. So like just people looking in the mirror and taking accountability for their actions is very important just in life to have a better threshold of life, learning from your mistakes. So we're about to find out. Let's get into it. If you want to like, share, comment, or subscribe to my channel, in the description, I have my other channels. I got a music reaction channel, some other stuff. Let's go.
Turned out to an attack during a high school track and field relay race. One runner hit another in the head with a baton. Janae Norman here with the story. Good morning, Janae.
Hey, George, this is a crazy video that you have to see. It's unimaginable, unsportsmanlike conduct on the track. This morning, a high school track star is still recovering nearly a week after being hit on the head by another runner during a race. Junior Kaylin Tucker was running the second leg of the 4x200 relay in the Virginia State High School League Championships when the shocking incident happened.
That's when she hit me with the baton.
Watch again as you see the two sprinters running side by side as they round the corner with Kaylin on the outside, Kaylin's mother cheering her on. Just as Kaylin is passing the other runner, the athlete swings her baton, striking Kaylin.
I just felt a bang on my head, and then I fell off the track immediately.
Kaylin dropping her baton and reaching for her head.
The whole Coliseum pretty much gasped. I just jumped up out of the bleachers immediately and ran to her on the main floor.
The 16-year-old was later diagnosed with a concussion. The family says neither the athlete who struck Kaylin nor the other team's coaches checked on Kaylin or reached out afterwards.
To see that they kept running and she not stop and check on my daughter, that was the part where I was like, it couldn't have been an accident.
The other runner, who attends IC Norcom High School, has not been named. Kaylin's parents say Norcom's athletic director and the girl's father apologized in a phone call, but they're still waiting for the opposing athlete and her coaches to reach out.
We definitely want the coaches and a personal apology from the actual athlete as well, because it's only right.
The Virginia High School League saying in a statement, "We thoroughly review every instance like this," adding, "The VHSL membership has always made it a priority to provide student athletes with a safe environment for competition."
Meanwhile, Kaylin's parents say that they're still waiting to see what disciplinary actions will be taken against the other athlete before deciding their next steps. In the meantime, guys, because Kaylin's been recovering for a week, they're hoping that she can finally return to school today.
Oh, I hope
because
so
she's been
too.
out recovering.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We're glad she's okay.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
I don't even know what to say, man. That looked. I brought it up so you guys could see it big. You could watch it back. It seemed like an awkward motion. But it just looked like she did strike her. Like she starts to pass her, and it's almost just like, girl, slow down. Boom. That's what it looks like. Now I tried to really take the time and watch it. Like maybe the other homegirl, and this is like, yo, I think she hit her, bro. Like from the offset, I think it hit her. Let's just play, what's it called, devil's advocate? I don't want to play a devil, but you know what I'm saying? Like she did get really close to her, and you run, because I ran track. You keep your hands tight. Your arms never flail. I don't understand. Like, I didn't see the other girl brush on her, like, and make her flail or something. That's what I was alluding to. Like, maybe she got super close and flail. But nah, that's not what happened. She was like this, too. Like, oh, Lord have mercy. Crazy. Well, y'all saw it there first. Now look at this. This is where it gets tricky. This is where it gets tricky. Because I haven't seen a public apology from this girl to the other girl. I haven't. Let's see if this is it. But I haven't seen a public apology. Which if you're going to hit someone publicly and it was an accident, then you need to apologize publicly. But the NAACP rallies behind the BATON girl, which to me is crazy. Like, she's not the victim here. She's not the victim here. Someone actually got hit and hurt. And I also been seeing things flying that I don't think there has been any actions taken. I think the parents ended up filing a lawsuit against either the school, the commissions, her. I don't know. But I think they were just good parents, just wanted a real apology, talk about what happened, etc. Seemed like they'd let it go, let it fly under the rug. They filed a lawsuit, so I don't know if that happened or not. Now, I'm getting this clip from the Poor Man's Podcast. Shout out to him. Make sure you go over there and show love. I'm not going to watch this full video. I don't know if this full video entails just the track meet. Oh, wow, they did a deep dive. Maybe we should have started with this. All right, let's just get into it and see what's up.
We stand with you. That's why we're here. We stand with you. We support you.
Thank y'all for supporting me.
Now you want to cry?
Because nobody else wanted to hear my story except for people that know me and people that know I would never do anything like that. I would never harm anybody. I'm not a fighter. I'm not even confrontational. I wouldn't even do that on purpose. And I thank y'all for believing in me, and I love y'all.
Y'all, so I keep seeing that girl that hit that girl with the baton doing interview after interview, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, I did a couple of relay races back in my day, back in middle school and shit, and like, I don't know, personally, it looked intentional. I don't care what nobody else said. Like, I feel like that shit was intentional, and all them tears and shit that she crying and shit, I'm just like, damn, like, did she ever apologize? I just see her crying and shit. Like, did she ever apologize to the girl that she beat her?
Yeah, like, I don't know why she didn't even just say sorry right there. Like, yo, I'm so sorry this happened. I'm not like that. I didn't mean it. It's, you know, say sorry, right? This is what's crazy. Remember the black community, and I'm not, it's weird because when I speak, then you have all these other, everyone just like piles on. This ain't for a pile on moment. I just struggle with this because this is, you know, this is the community I came from, I'm from, and it's just like, remember that, say their name. You know, I can't breathe, say their name. Right? Say their name. I remember that, man. And so I'm like, now this young black girl gets hurt and no one's saying her name. I don't even know the name of the victim, but we see, bro, come on, man. And it could have been an accident, a slight percentage, but it did not look like an accident to me. I'm just keeping it a buck.
Down with the damn baton. Like, for real, like, the way she said, I said, oh, I was like, whoa, that's crazy. And then the girl fell to the ground, and I'm just like, dang, like, I'm seeing the other girl in more interviews than the girl that got hit with the actual baton. I'm like, what the heck is going on? Like, I don't know if, like, I don't know what's going on, but I don't know if she got charged or what, but that was intentional. The other girl still got injured at the end of the day, so even if it was intentional or unintentional, like, there should be some type of consequence, because the way she, like, I promise y'all.
She's the victim. That's why. The girl who got hit was the victim, period. There's no unintentional or intentional, whatever. She's the victim. She's the one who got hit, you know?
If y'all need to go watch that video, if y'all haven't seen that video yet, like, it looks so intentional, but hey, to each his own.
This is from the NAACP. Alayla is not an attacker, and the media headlines that allude towards that in any way is shameful. We understand the sensitivity of the circumstances for both athletes and their families involved, but this narrative must not go unaddressed. Alayla is an honor student and a star athlete at the historic IC Norcom High School. From all accounts, she is an exceptional young leader and scholar whose athletic talent has been well documented and recognized across our state. She has carried herself with integrity both on and off the field. Then why didn't she apologize to the girl?
Yes, exceptional leadership comes with extreme accountability. All the greatest leaders in history took accountability for their actions. This is what made them great, made them stronger, etc. Her not saying like, yo, I really effed up, I apologize, or just being like, hey, this was a mistake, this is what happened, and I am so, like, just take accountability for it. This is my problem, and my problem is not with the black community, because there's mad people who don't take accountability. That is the problem when people pile on to certain communities like, there is a lot of, like, this is why society is crazy in the West, because people will not take accountability. It's wild, yo.
If you're sorry about something, you should apologize. It shouldn't take legal action for you to start to apologize. Now, all of a sudden, you want to cry. And any narrative that adjudicates her guilty of any criminal activity is a violation of her due process rights. Just for a little bit more context before we watch the video, it says here, Everett, who is black, says she has endured a racial backlash since the clip went viral and that people are judging her off one angle from the video. They're assuming my character, calling me ghetto and racial slurs, death threats, all this off of a 9-second video, she said.
See, that's where other people need to take accountability. What the are you doing giving death threats to a child? How can I word this? Because YouTube's weird. To a kid. Huh? Are you really that out of control? Are you really that mad? Like, just leave it, bruh. You can criticize. I'm criticizing. I ain't like, this ghetto hood rat did it. I'm not saying that. That's crazy to me. I see in the event, I was like, this looks intentional. There's a small possibility it wasn't. Let's go further. But calling people names, threats, all that stuff, now you need to look in the mirror and take accountability. This is what I'm talking about. Because two wrongs don't make a right. So this young lady might have made a mistake, might have done something intentionally. Now you gonna call her a racial slur? Come on, bro. Wake up, y'all. Wake up. Please grow up, y'all.
Portsmouth NAACP announced in a statement that it will continue to review the circumstances of the baton incident. First, we want to make it abundantly clear that we denounce any type of racial slur or threat in any form towards anyone involved in the situation, the organization said in a statement.
Absolutely.
The Portsmouth NAACP added that it believes involvement by the criminal justice system in this matter is not warranted in this situation. Well, yeah, you got to ask the woman who got hit in the head with the baton. She's the one that gets the final say in that.
She's the victim. Facts. What are we doing? See,
not the NAACP of Portsmouth. What is this? The runner charged with assault for hitting her opponent with a baton is now holding rallies, crying, and playing the victim. The NAACP is defending her, calling it shameful to suggest that she did it on purpose. Oh my goodness, let's get into this.
The community is rallying around the Portsmouth athlete at the center
Come on
of
now,
this
look at this again. Look at
video.
this. Look at this. You mean to tell me this isn't on
purpose? The community is rallying around the Portsmouth.
Come on now. Let's go back.
The community is rallying around the...
Pause. Her hand is behind her head. Now, for those who don't know, I covered this video or this topic about 5 days ago on the channel, and it's blown up since then. I used to run Division I track. I've raced people like Tyreek Hill. I've raced Fred Curley, Michael Norman. I've raced Andre DeGrasse, who just won the Olympic final in 2024. I should probably wear a vest for all the stress I'm under. So I've raced top-notch guys, and I used to be a Division I track and field athlete, so I know.
And he was playing rugby. That's him running in rugby. So he's legit.
My stuff when I'm talking about track and field. When you're running, you're going this way.
That's what I told you.
And even if you're getting cut off in a situation like this, because maybe that's what's frustrated her because she seemed to have been getting cut off, you usually put your hands forward. There's no period of time where your hands should be going behind your head. I've never seen anybody run like this. That's not showing that you're falling forward. When your hand go behind your head like this, that shows intention to hit somebody.
Anytime your hands go behind you or you look behind you, it slows you down. This is why they say just focus on what's in front of you. Use your periphery while you're running. Like if you see them catching up, because you're in your brain, like figuring out how much you got left in your tank. Like, are you at, like, you know, there's just a bunch of things going on as a runner, and he's absolutely correct.
Look at where her hand is. Come on now.
Portsmouth athlete at the center of this viral video. The clip appears to show IC Norcom track star Alayla Everett hit another runner with a baton during a state championship race earlier this month. Everett, who is now facing a...
She didn't follow through, though. If you really watch this, it was almost like she went, pat, and then brought it back. Like the follow through is, wow. Like, because I'm into martial arts as well. So like with nunchaku or the sticks, like you follow through. So I don't understand what's going on here. That's the only part where I'm like, well, maybe she just seemed flustered, like, you know. But again, it looks intentional.
Misdemeanor assault and battery charge.
Yeah.
Tearfully addressed the crowd tonight, saying what happened.
She fractured the girl's skull. She said, well, allegedly, there may have been a fractured skull, but the girl had a concussion and she had to drop out of the race. So she trained all year. Her team trained all year for this one race where you only run for about 20 seconds. And then the race is over. You train all year to run a 20-second race, and you got to drop out of the race because you got hit in the back of the head by somebody who was upset because you were cutting them off.
The other thing is, when you say concussion, we don't know the degree. Like everyone has different outcomes from concussions because now of the understanding of CTE. So everyone is different. Like some dudes can fight their whole life and never, you know, have an issue with speech slurring and stuff like that. But then some dudes are you know, get a bunch of stuff forms because your brain is very important. So we don't even know the domino effect from getting hit with a baton like that.
This is absurd, man. This is absurd.
If a cop hits a brother or sister with a baton in this climate, we know what's happening. We saw it in 2020. She literally hit her with a baton. Ain't that kind of wild? Ain't that kind of wild how it flips? That's crazy.
Got to stop supporting this type of stuff, man.
Tearfully addressed the crowd tonight, saying what happened was an accident. But the family of the athlete who got hit says the strike left her with a concussion. Shane Fordham has more.
The community held a rally today here at IC Norcom High School to show support for Alayla Everett.
A rally?
To support the person who did that's crazy. And the parents supporting this, I mean, they can support their kid. I would support my kid, but only in the, hey, you need to, like, you know, when your kid, like, okay, I'm going to talk about this real quick because this is real. Just this week in jiu-jitsu, because I coach my daughter's jiu-jitsu class, the youngsters, the older kids, the head coach teaches, right? I take the little group of youngsters. She's training with this other little girl. They're 6. They're like 6. Yeah, they're both about 6 years old. And the other 6-year-old is stronger than my daughter. And when she gets on top, my daughter's still learning the technique to get out. And in this specific moment, my daughter went and grabbed the girl's hair and pulled her hair. Bruh, I had to light into her in the sense of I had to break it up. I had to say, you don't do that. I had to correct her behavior and punish the behavior. And in punishment, I didn't spank her or anything. You have to keep a level head. Like, they're learning in real time. But, like, if this was on the main stage, like, this is why you correct that behavior young so it doesn't happen when they get older. If it does happen, the same thing. I correct the behavior, and now the punishment is you taking accountability. It's like, young lady, you messed up. You go apologize to all of these people. You do not stop with the apology. And if the course of action is whatever in the court system, you need to face that accountability because you effed up. And I hope you learn from this so you don't do it again. That's just facts. Just being in dad mode. So like I don't know if that's her dad behind her, but I'm like, yo, I see the tears all the time. I see the tears at jiu-jitsu. It don't matter. When you in the wrong, you in the wrong.
This is what we rallying behind? It used to be incidents like Emmett Till that people would rally behind. What about the girl who got the concussion? We not supposed to feel bad for her? Where's the
ABC News? She doesn't believe it was an accident.
To see that they kept running and she not stop and check on my daughter. That was the part already.
It bothered me to my heart to see how the whole world was dragging this young lady based on what they thought they saw.
The Everett family has experienced racial slurs, they've experienced death threats, and we think unequivocally that those things are unacceptable.
Bro, that's common sense. That is unacceptable. See, that's where I'm like, this is just unfortunate. This is the climate we in. Any one of y'all watching this, man, I hope you're grown enough to just be like, yo, I think she did it. Does that mean you go try to seek out her social media and say some fly to her? No. Criticism's okay. Tell someone to take accountability. Tell someone to look real. But racial slurs and all that, that's just out of pocket, man. Y'all are tripping, bro. Y'all are tripping, man. Or not y'all, but you know what I'm saying. People.
The NAACP released a statement this week.
What does this have to do with the? And this is sitting here trying to defend this that comes with it on the.
Last night, they declined to comment and asked for space while the case.
And now we're dragging it. Now we're dragging this. This whole story is being drugged through the mud. This is insane. Man, talking about the system. This is crazy.
In Portsmouth, Shane Fordham, 13 News Now.
We reached out to the Tucker family about the charge last night. They declined to comment and asked for space while the case moves to court.
Yeah. This is nonsense, guys. I'm not being insensitive to the situation.
All right, he does these breakdowns at the end. If you rock with him, please go check it out. Leave a comment saying I sent you. He's dope. We just watched a portion of this, and then I got a portion of the news and just kind of put together my thoughts. I don't need to do an outro. I said everything I needed to in the video. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, this is the problem with the current state of society. No one wants to take accountability for their actions. They want to blame everyone else. They want to blame another race. They want to blame millionaires, billionaires, da-da-da. No one wants to take accountability for their actions. That's the problem. And can we criticize millionaires, billionaires, other ethnicities, whatever? Sure. Nobody's perfect. And they need to take accountability for their actions too. You know what I'm saying? But I think it all starts within and starts at home. You got to be able to look in that mirror and just see what's real, man. It's just that simple. There is a very small percentage of me that watches that video and thinks, maybe it was a mistake, maybe it was an involuntary reflex, I don't know. That still doesn't equate. Like, there's the victim here is the woman who was hit, period. So the fact that the NAACP isn't rallying behind her equally, like at her house, like, hey, blah, 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 is crazy to me. And that's what shows you where this concept of woke is going, even though originally that's not what woke meant, but I know what it means now, so I use it to deliver to the audience that has the current meaning of woke, right? This is the definition. Like, neutral is the NAACP getting with the victim first and rallying behind her and bringing it to the forefront and neutralizing it on a public platform, maybe having them speak face to face, having the other girl do apologies, etc. And all the people who are just ignorant out here, because the funny thing is they're saying racial slurs, right? But it's not going to just be coming from that insinuates like the white community is coming after her in this, like the way things work in the social climate right now. But that's not what it means. There's a gang, like even in this, we saw a brother criticizing it. So she's just getting heat from people who are concerned for the victim. But that's still ignorant. That's still just ignorant. There's no need for racial slurs and all that stuff. That don't even solve it never has solved a damn thing. It just increases the heat and the temperature of all the nonsense. Anyways, that's my take. Shout out to the Poor Man's Podcast, having some dope clips on this. Shout out to the news channel we check this out on, Good Morning America. And yeah, man, I'll peep y'all on the flip side.
City boy, city boy.